Specifically, what I want to reflect on today is what responsive government means. I want to demonstrate the central role of data and information and its analysis in delivering responsive government services. And for the OECD, responsiveness is connected with trust as well. I just wanted to quote the OECD because I think it's a helpful sort of summary of what the issues are. Trust in governments can depend on a citizen's experience with receiving public service. The interaction between citizens and the state is a crucial factor of trust. Under tight fiscal constraints and growing expectations, governments are increasingly engaging with citizens to ensure quality, responsiveness, and ultimately trust in public servants. So what we found when we drilled into the data was we weren't using the right unit of measurement. By focusing on cases, we found ourselves comparing apples and oranges. So what we found very, very quickly was actually serious cases are the most expensive part of our business. And so when we used events, and they were the right unit, we had quite a different insight into where the pressure was in our business. So in a very simple way, data, insight, action. This was just a very practical example of what happens when you start with a simple question. This isn't complicated. This was all done, I'm looking if any of the team was largely done in Excel probably, and a tiny little bit of SAS coding on the way through, simply using our enterprise data warehouse. But it was just about that very simple process of asking the right questions, using the data simply. It's not complicated, it's not fancy, but asking the right questions and taking the time really can make a difference to how we do business. And while government agencies have always attempted to assess the effectiveness of the programs, in the past, information about people and their lives was split between data in a multitude of different agencies. So the social investment approach, as many of you will know, uses information technology and data to better understand and support people who need support, what works, and from the information gained, the ambition is to adjust the services. The creation of the integrated data infrastructure has allowed us to build insights and take action. The big step for us was the second column, was being able to order all that data in a way that we could start to do the analytics across multiple domains. So a big leap forward, and then that allowed us to go to making policy change. The IDI, which brings together all this data, has made all this possible, and we're just starting on that journey of leveraging that data. I think the challenge for decision makers is how we harness that power and turn it into that insight into action. The technology is giving policymakers a far greater ability to evaluate the value of programs and various interventions and decide when and where to intervene. And within our business, it's giving us a much better ability to allocate resources and help us understand why small increases and small changes seem to have big impacts on our front line. Information is only powerful when people make sound decisions based on it when they turn insight into action. Data isn't a substitute for leadership, nor is it a substitute for making hard decisions. Let me be clear, data doesn't create options on its own, nor does information. Someone still has to analyze, and it's what many of you will do in this room, to provide insights and recommendations from the information available. That's where leadership and decision-making come together. The information technology that you wield is allowing us to generate and analyze volumes of data on a scale that was unheard of 24 months ago. While data and analysis can illuminate different paths, it can not tell you which one to take. The challenge to technology and information professionals, let me say, is to impress upon your senior leaders the value of information, but also this fundamental truth that information needs to be linked to decision-making. Thank you.